Good Wednesday morning. It's going to be another pretty day with highs up in the mid-60s. Thought it may get a little bit cooler today. This is your Loudoun County with our outlook. We do expect highs to be about 10 degrees colder, so it will be more cold than yesterday, but still very nice with mid-60s for our high temperature and sunny skies. Tonight in the 40s tomorrow, it looks like it's going to warm only to the mid and upper 50s with a lot more clouds around and some fog in the morning. This is at Easterly Fletch, and the cold air damming, unfortunately, that is going to come into play because of this high pressure. That cooler, around 60 on Friday will persist, so we'll go up into the 70s on Saturday and Sunday, but Sunday we're going to watch for severe weather as front comes through with a lot of energy in the upper atmosphere, so it could bring some severe winds to the surface. That'll cool us down briefly on Monday and then kind of go back to the mild conditions as we head into later next week. Also watch another potential strong front late next week, and you'll see that here in the model. So here we are today. This high to the north is bringing in some cooler air. You can see that starting to sag on the lines there. So that's part of why you're seeing a little bit cooler air today, because the high is to the north of us. But then as it moves east, you can see these lines getting kind of stretched as they show because of the easterly winds. Remember, the ocean's still very cold this time of year. You see winds can bring moisture off the ocean and dam it up against the mountains, and that's why you're going to run into the potential for some cloudy skies tomorrow and some fog and cooler air as we go through the day. You can still see the sagging lines. Maybe not as pronounced as it looked like potentially yesterday, where at one point one of the models was showing only highs in the 40s. We still have the chance we could bust on temperatures tomorrow. We'll just have to watch how cool it remains. Still seeing that signature as we go into Friday, so not that warm on Friday, highs around 60. Then it gets scooted out of here as these strong southerly winds from this very strong low pressure, which is going to cause crazy weather all across the country, from winds to blizzard conditions and then severe weather into the south. There's a very good chance of tornadic and strong thunderstorms on Saturday as an outbreak. So we're watching that situation very closely. As that gets further east, we get a little energized low pressure along the front. So here's the front, bringing in the even stronger winds as we go into Sunday. But Saturday, here it is. It's getting lined up for us. And then it moves in on Sunday with this extra low pressure. This can also enhance the precipitation as well as severe threat into the south. And yeah, it's also going to bring up a lot of warm air for us. And very windy Sunday with the chance for some afternoon and evening thunderstorms. And maybe some will be strong to severe. We could have up to an inch of rain. I think maybe a half an inch to an inch. We'll have to see. As we get close to these events, often they seem to be drying out. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So here we go. And once this moves through, the winds are going to turn in the other direction. And we have quite a dip in the temperatures here as a sharp trough kind of comes through. But that sharpness means it's not going to last long. It's going to move east, and then immediately the temperature is going to start trying to warm back up with southerly and southwesterly winds. So we warm back up into the middle part of next week by Tuesday already into the 60s and probably 70s again by Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday, then this front is a strong front. So if this is true, a week from tomorrow, we could see a very strong thunderstorm threat again. But again, we got to wait and see. This also has a little more of a broad trough, so we could have a few days of cold air after it. Like two, before, again, the high moves off to the east and we start to see the southwesterly flow. Upper atmosphere stays a little bit chilly, but we're going to warm back up because those southerly winds will help us out a lot. And so, yeah, we're kind of like battling. Go figure, it's spring. Battling between the cold and warm from day to day. And then again, we warm back up, and here's another very strong front. This is way far out there. But this has been the repeat pattern here. These strong fronts to move through. The good news is, with several chances of a strong front, we get several chances of thunderstorms, which we need the rain. So hopefully it will bring, a good shot of rain for us. Anyway, that is the way it looks. Don't want to elaborate it too long. So again, nice today, but not as warm as yesterday. Cooler the next 2 days. Like, upper 50s to around 60, a little more cloudy and foggy as well as we get the easterly fetch off the ocean. Then the southerly winds kick in on Saturday. We may bring some showers as the warm air kind of moves in, but it doesn't look like a washout by any means. But Sunday looks very windy, And by afternoon, evening, we could have some strong severe thunderstorms to watch, or at least some heavy rain, which we need. Doesn't look like it's a super big, long, stretched out, long day of rain. So when the rain comes, it could be, at some point in the day, but hopefully later in the day, give you some chance to get outside and enjoy the weather. But it's going to be very windy. And then cooler on Monday, and then back to moderate conditions mid next week, and we'll watch for another big, strong storm later next week. Hey, have an awesome Wednesday. Being your Loudoun County with Outlook.